this is me, Ruowen Huang. Kids on spring break, eh? Does every parent realize when kids are on spring break, it seems to be more work for parents? But anyway, it's my kids' spring break time, so I'm not able to do the live broadcast on the fixed time. I can only do it if I can find a free time. So for the next 2 weeks, whenever I have time, I will do live broadcast. Otherwise, it would be my vacation. Anyway, actually yesterday I was thinking about it. I think Monday is a good day to answer question. So I think I should fix Monday as my, answering question day. And then, we can move on to the week and decide what topic we can talk about. Eventually, maybe we can have several different topics or throughout the weeks, right? So, but anyway, today I'm going to answer a very simple question. Basically, one of the followers asking, saying in Asia, I believe this is an Asian thing. In Asia, there are, it's a superstition. I think, is if you ever go to a fortune teller, and they were saying you have to always give the fortune teller the red envelope, because they are leaking out the confidential secret to you about your life. So if you don't give them red envelope, it would cause them bad luck. So this follower just want to ask me, is this true? I don't know where I can start with this. I should start with this. I would say most of the psychic or most of the fortune teller in North America, they don't take red envelope. They simply charge you a fee. So I would say, I hope that alone already answer your question. But anyway, since we're answering about this question, I will share with you all a little bit from where I come from this side of the table. From where I come from, so people always believe that if you're a psychic, you're born with special skill. You were meant to be in this world helping people. You know what I mean? So like this, if people come to us, we're meant to help them, even though we really don't know them or don't know who they are. So from where I come from, people just assume your psychic ability is here to help people. Right. So if they need help, you ought to help them in my own expense, not even their expense, right? So at the beginning of the time, I guess I too was a little bit influenced by that kind of background. So I was helping people, try to help them overcome their problem, and that may be also why I really don't like people to know I'm psychic, right? Because I realize when I'm offering free help or cheap help, people seem to not care about my time. They are client, believe it or not, they will sit down for 4, 5, 6 hours, even though my kids are back and I'm telling them, well, I need to get back to my family. They always believe theirs is more important than my own family because they are dealing with obstacles and I'm not, right? So very often I was taken advantage of, my time, my skill. Because what they did, they sit there for 5 hours, 6 hours, and then they get up, They just walk away. They move on to their life. But what they do not see is that 6 hours out of my precious time to spend with my family or my kids, right? To attend for their need, to be the mother they deserve. You know what I mean? So eventually I start charging a little bit fee. That fee is still undercharge in my opinion, right? Because mind you, I have a profession. My profession allow me to charge quite high a fee. So with my profession, I can charge that fee. So when I start doing psychic consultation, I charge a little fee. Then I start to see people complain because they think I'm supposed to help, right? And all of a sudden I charge a fee, so not everybody will come in asking for help, right? But meanwhile, people respect my time because I charge based on time. But because I undercharge based on my own, perception, not their perception, my perception, I think I undercharge because I do everything else. I probably charge way higher. And when I'm doing psychic, I'm actually only charge 1/3 of my fee, even though people don't think so. So even though I'm helping people, I still feel, why should I? This is not something I need to do. You know what I mean? because I still prefer to use that time for my family or do something else or even do the other job that actually pay me higher than this, right, than consultation. It's not actually until I overcome that thought, that thinking, and like psychic ability is meant to help everybody, and then start raise up to charge everybody the same. That is, I charge one fee that based on the time that you use of me. That is, if you want to hire me for painting your wall, that's how much I will charge you. If you want to hire me to be your graphic designer, that's how much I will charge you. If you want to hire me to sew a dress for you, that's how much you will charge you. You know what I mean? So it's not until I raise the fee up to that level then I feel actually okay. I don't mind because you use up this amount of my time, right? So it's no different from me doing graphic design, no different from me doing, painting or sewing or anything or whatever you want me to build, right? So for me, I finally able to treat it like more professionally because I simply look at it as something that take up this amount of my time, and I simply charge you on my time being used, right? So because of that, what I realize is I don't generate that kind of grudge toward you. You know what I mean? So I always insist I get paid simply because we wrap up this karma, this business. You need something from me, give me something, I give you something, and then it's end of deal, right? Otherwise, I'm always doing you a favor. You know what I mean? If I'm undercharged or I'm not getting paid or anything, I in my selfish human mind would think I'm doing you a favor, whether you think so or not, right? So, me personally, I suggest if you ever go to fortune teller, treat it like a profession, whether they are good or not good, I put it aside. You go to them, ask for help. Treat it like a profession. They're trying their best to help you. So if you can pay them, whether it's in the red envelope or not red envelope, figure out how much their fee is, and then wrap that up as a complete karma. You know what I mean? But in regard of that alone would cost them bad luck or not, I haven't seen anything like that yet. But then again, everything falling to you will only manifest what you believe, right? If you believe it will, the chances will. But then in regard of if it's a cause because you did not give the red envelope, I would say no. But it might be cause because they had those grudge within themselves, or they had those belief so strongly, or whatever knowledge they were given. That's why their thought manifests their reality. So, and then among this question you ask, they say, when you go to a lot of psychic, they always tell you those are confidential secret they should not tell you, right? From my perspective, trust me, I've seen a lot of things. If it's really confidential, they won't be able to see it, really. So they won't be able to see it, they won't be able to share with you. So there's unlikely they will see something and then they choose not to tell you, or, you know what I mean? There will be situation, let me put it this way. There will be situation, they see something, and if their advice is not given properly, you know what I mean? If that fall into your life task, or fall into your platform and things like that, and I as a psychic who see it, but then somehow I stop to prevent it from happening, you know what I mean? Or stop it from happening, or try to interfere it for things to happening, that then later on will create chain reaction to your growth, your personal growth, or disturb a little bit of what's going to happen to you as a personally, right? In that regard, then what ended up happening is the psychic then create a karma reaction. I mean, I interfere your platform or test of light, therefore, mine would also be interfered as well. So anyway, just a short live broadcast, but hope I answer your question. So I think it's good for me to start Monday with a question. I think that way, we can make it easy start and then move on to the week. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Periscope. You can always join me live or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. Till then, I'll see you guys. Bye.